Hello. Welcome to today's Thursday Thrive Live. I'm going to try to scoot back here. When I start, I have a lot more space in the computer, and then it goes live, and it gets all tweaky. Um, Hi, beautifuls. How are you all doing today? Um, this is an important video today. Very important. We are talking about self-care, self-love, how to find time for self-care this winter. Because it's way too easy to say you don't have time for it. I know this. Why do I know this? Because I was queen of this. And I don't say that proudly. I really don't. I get how busy life is. How do I know this? Well, my name is Sublime, and I am the founder of Relative Growth, and we are all about helping you stop dreaming and start living. And we do that with giving you the tools and the tips to be able to create courage and joy, as well as a plan to get stuff done. I have 3 kids, 10 and under, and 3 companies. So busy is kind of my middle name. Too often I say I'm too busy for myself. And what ended up happening, I wore myself down to where I was no good to anyone. Can I get an amen for that? Like, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. It is so important to realize that. It might work for a little bit. You might work on fumes, because I know there was a good 3 years where I just worked on fumes. Like, it was no sleep, no time for myself. It was a constant go. And I had a baby in that time frame, and it was pure exhaustion. And then it got to a point where I couldn't go any further. So I don't want that to happen to you. And I only share that with you not to be like, oh, woe's me. Like, no, screw that. There's none of that here. It's a warning of, if you're in that spot with little ones right now and you're building and growing companies, I hear you. Find time for you. It's important. So, I got a quiz for you. If you're saying I don't need self-care, I don't it's not something I need to do. You ready for this? I got a quiz. All right. Count your hands. Every time you say yes, give yourself a point. So, do you need self-care in your life? Are you living right now through a pandemic? Give yourself 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. Or, you're living through a pandemic and you're homeschooling your kids. Give yourself 3 points for that. Because that alone deserves self-care for you. All right. Are you busy running around all day or online trying to find the perfect gift for everyone on your list? The answer is yes. Give yourself another point. Are you hosting a holiday event, whether it's virtual or just within your own family, like you, your spouse, and your children, like that? You're still hosting, you're still putting together Thanksgiving and trying to make like life is normal for everyone. If you are, give yourself a point. Are you traveling? Give yourself a point. Are you trying to stick to a budget for the holidays this year? If you are, give yourself a point. Next page. Are you trying to get creative with the kitchen and feel like you should be a contestant on Netflix? Nailed it? Yeah, give yourself a point. Do you have to spend time with family members this holiday that you may not like? If you do, give yourself a point. Are you trying to pull off a Pinterest perfect Christmas decoration? Don't do that to yourself. No one's that perfect. If you are trying to give yourself a point. Are you spending time away from your family? Do you wish you could be with your family? Do you wish you could actually go on a plane and travel, but because of circumstances you're not able to? Give yourself a point. Are you exhausted? If you are, give yourself a point. So there's a lot that we have going on right now. A lot. And if that's the case, if you scored between 6 to 12 points on there, you 110% need to find 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes for yourself. It's a necessity. If it's 3 to 5 points, self-care is key to a calm and happier holiday. And 0 to 2, go on and live your badass self. But you know what? Who couldn't use a little extra self-care? So it was just kind of a fun exercise. Look, I get that life is busy. And what I did is I put together a list for you. So it's already together. There's a link there's a link below to this video where you can download the whole entire article or go straight to the printables. And there's 31 quick and easy self-care tips. And let me share with you my favorite 5. And then I'm going to share with you how I found time for self-care with it all, including the kids and the businesses. All right, so my favorite thing to do, doesn't take a lot of time, is sit with a cup of coffee. Not coffee, sorry. Well, it depends. Maybe. I've done it in the morning too. So either coffee in the morning or tea at night and watch the fire or twinkly lights. There's something about it that's just magical and warm and just makes you feel good. Watching a romantic Christmas movie is another big one that I help kind of rejuvenate myself. I get into the comfy clothes, I curl into bed, or I grab a blanket with the fire. It's a twofer. And I watch a movie. There's something about the miracle and the hope and the specialness of Christmas that makes it warms me up. Splurge on comfy slippers. Do I be totally honest? Look at my feet right now. Comfy slippers. Yes! Costco has a 2-pack of these amazing, they're like Jack and Jane. They are super soft. They are a must-have every year. And if I don't have those, then I'm definitely finding other ones. Comfy slippers. And yes, I totally just showed you my slippers on here. That's how we roll. Bake a yummy treat from your childhood. And this is it's more of a nostalgic. It's do something. I mean, we have time. We're still running around doing crazy stuff, but like we have a little bit more time. We're hunkering down more than we've ever had in the past. So why not remember what your grandmother used to bake or your mother used to bake? Try to find that recipe. If you can't find that exact recipe, find something similar. It will bring back good memories, and share it with your children or your spouse or anyone that's special, just to be like, this is what I remembered when I was little, and this is how it used to make me feel. Bring those memories back. Next is donate food and blankets to either an animal shelter, homeless shelter. It feels so amazing to be able to give back, even if it's just $5. Last weekend, the boys, Boy Scouts, my son's Boy Scouts. It sounds weird when you say Boy Scouts, doesn't it? Anyway, my son's Boy Scouts did a thing where each child got $5, and we went to the Dollar Tree or the 99-cent store or wherever you have. And for that $5, we were to put together food for the homeless shelter. And it was a wonderful experience because my oldest got to learn the value of $1. Like, okay, so you have $1 for carbohydrates. Let's take a look. How many servings does a rice do, the pasta do, the bread do? So he got to be like, he really learned how to stretch his dollar. And I felt like a win as a mom because I'm like, when you go to college, you're going to know how to eat healthy. And for like $2, rice and beans, babe, rice and beans. And he felt really proud because he walked away being like, I just put together 44 servings for $5. So you don't need to have much. And that feeling of putting together extra food that we had in our pantry, or even going down to the Dollar Tree and putting together the rice and the beans, and they had milk and fruits and vegetables, and putting that together and being able to donate it, it warmed me up. And it was something I was not expecting, especially because it was an activity that did take a little bit of time. But in the end, I felt good that I was able to show the children about how to give back to others, and I felt really good giving back to others. And so those are just a couple quick, easy ways to be able to fill up your cup with some self-love. And sometimes it doesn't have to be for yourself. Sometimes it can be for others. So I have promised you, where do you find time? How do you do it? Okay, let's talk. So where do you find time if you're a single parent, or if your spouse works a lot, so it's just you and you're home alone with 3 really little kids? Number 1, nap times. I am a firm believer of having the dishes done, the house cleaned, the counters wiped. But mama, right now, especially with COVID, And the holidays, screw it. Just screw it. Baby's sleeping. Give the older kids an iPad for a little bit and go do something for you. There's nothing wrong with that. And don't let anyone tell you it. And do not guilt yourself for giving them that iPad for a little bit. Go and do something for you. Whether it's take a bath or take 15 minutes to read or just to sit in the blissfulness of quiet for 5 minutes. The baby's sleeping. The other two will be hunkered down with iPad. Give yourself whatever you feel that you can get away with, whether it be 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes for a bath. Do it. Then get back to get back to the dishes. Oh, those dishes, they just never go away. That and the laundry, I swear, they're just, it's like never ending. Never. It will get done. I always remind myself one day we're going to remember. We're going to look back and be like, oh, you remember those days where we barely had 5 minutes to go pee by ourselves? Remember that? And then the house is going to be, they're going to get up. They're going to get older. They're going to grow and go off and do all those amazing things. I'm talking about the kids. And then we're going to sit in the house for quiet for hours and want the running around and the yelling and the screaming and the laughters to come back. So I'm trying to remember to stay in the present and appreciate where we are now. Okay, going back to the time. See, this is why I have notes. I stay focused. Okay, so nap time. Utilize nap time. Another really good time to utilize is in the morning. And I get it. I have a kid that wakes up at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. He's 10. He still gets up between 5 and 6 every single morning. And for those of you who don't, those of you who've slept over at our house, he's up insanely early. And so, yeah, I got up before him. I did. Luckily it's about 5:30 was when he was getting up when he was little, but there was a time where I got up at 5 a.m. just to sit in quiet and make myself a cup of coffee before he got up. And that may have been all it was. It may have just been able to make us some coffee and watch the sunrise. It may have been able to read a few minutes, to get a few minutes of workout in. It's whatever you need. So getting up before they go to bed, or before they get up, or after they go to bed if you're a night person. And then nap times. So those are the best, 3 categories. If you're working, well, I guess we're all kind of working from home now, so this would be a little bit different. But I mean, that was being out. I was sometimes able to find a few minutes to where it was 15 minutes in my car, and I would just sit in silence and read. That is a big joy. If you are at home and you have someone helping you at home, taking those 15 minutes out in the car, I know it sounds horrible. Taking a walk by yourself, it makes a big difference. And so utilize that. Find those moments. If you're doing this alone, if you're single, or if your spouse is overseas or is working a lot, find a friend that you can lean on, that you two can be each other's support, because you know what? It's amazing. You are not alone in this. It does take a village, and the more people that you have that truly love you and that you can support as well, the stronger you will be. I know we're in COVID. I know that we are social distancing from each other, even if it's just a phone call. Even if it's a phone call, even if it's a text, even if it's a Marco Polo, find someone that you can reach out to just to say hi. Just to say, today's been a shitty day. Or guess what? Today's been an awesome day. You know what? The kids didn't fight. I didn't burn dinner. Today rocked. Find someone. Find your pride that you can vibe with right now. And it makes a huge difference. So, okay, sum it up. You deserve self-care. No matter where you are in your life, you deserve to find between 15 minutes or 5 minutes a day or 15 to 30 minutes a week to where you can do one thing for yourself. Download the 31 Quick and Easy SelfCare Checklist. It's a challenge. See if you can do one a day. One a day. And there's things in there that take 5 minutes, and then they'll take that take a little bit longer. I tried very, very hard to think about all your like mamas. I mean, it's amazing. This is the first time in over a decade where I don't have any babies. First time ever. I have no babies. My youngest is 3.5, and you can definitely give them a little bit more space. But not like you could with the baby. So I definitely remembered to think about you guys and your wants and your needs to make sure that you are able to have things on that list that take 5, 10, 15 minutes, because I've been there. I know what it's like to have little babies and running companies. It's just chaotic. I hear you. Finding time early in the morning before they wake up, even if it's just 10, 15 minutes, nap times after they go to bed. Utilize when you're out running errands without them. Take time, whether it's to read a book, to go and get yourself a nice holiday latte, that just something special for yourself. And take a moment to be grateful, because we have a lot to be grateful for. All right, beautifuls. I love you. Have a wonderful week. Next week is Thanksgiving, so I'm not going to be doing a Thursday Thrive Live. I will be doing it on Wednesday, though. So kind of a little mix-up. Not mix-up. Wrong choice of words. I will be here doing a live at 12:30 on Wednesday. And we're going to talk about gratitude and how to start the gratitude practice, because gratitude is the foundation to creating more joy and happiness into your life. Have a wonderful week. Oh, that's what I forgot. If you like this video, give it a like, share it. If you are new to Relative Growth, make sure to subscribe. And let's be friends. Bye.